Hey everybody, welcome back to the Driveway Engineer. I'm JR. Today we're getting started on our Back to Basics build. If you didn't catch my other video that I did informally, I feel like I kind of skipped ahead on my own build advice, and I want to circle back and do something that everybody can follow along on. So I'm taking my C10 back to the basics, basically, which means I'm going to slap these 862 heads onto my LQ4 with a sloppy stage 2, run it through manifolds, and see what it does at the track, and we'll go from there. The goal of this is to be something that everybody can replicate and follow. You know, I paid $50 for these 862 heads. They have They have two broken manifolds in them, manifold bolts in them. We'll get those out. I'm cleaning them up with a little diesel fuel here in my bucket, mainly just to make them more reasonable to handle. But I wanted to stop in the middle here and show you guys, like, they're pretty caked and they're miserable to handle, and I don't really feel like swapping springs on something this grimy. So I'm not going for perfection here, just, you know, want to make them a little nicer to handle. Once I'm done here, I'll run them up through the car wash and we'll head up to Darrell, and I'll start pulling the 243s off Darrell. So follow along and we'll see. We got the oil burner cranking to get rid of all that diesel. I don't really care if my neighbor likes it. So there's one broken stud in this head, and there's two in this head, and these are flush. What I've had great luck with is just setting my welder on kill and welding a nut to them. So I'm going to try to set you guys up here so you can see that process. And now I usually have to do this like 3 or 4 times. Okay, we're back. I usually have to do this more than once, and I suspect today will be no different. But it always works for me, so I'm pretty sure that it's mostly the heat. You know, that it gets nice and hot, and that helps break them loose. I don't have a torch, so there it goes. Kind of surprised this one came out on the first try. I would generally recommend doing this when your heads are not covered in diesel fuel, but you know, you only live once, right? Again, I'm sure it's the heat more than anything that, you know, makes it so they back right out like that. But there you go. This one's done, I think. Let me double check. Make sure none are broken way down inside. Yeah, this one's good to go. these ones that are below flush, you got to build them up a little bit, and it's kind of a pain. It can get real tricky. So you can see, once I get it built up a little bit, it'll start popping right out. It's hard for me to do this one-handed. You're just gonna have to take my word for it that it's turning. That's all you do is tack, tack, tack. It won't stick to the aluminum because it's MIG wire, so it just takes a little time and patience. I've been at this for like 10 minutes or so. So, you know, I'll do that one as well. And I will be back after I run them through the car wash. This one just started to go, and I'm not going to be able to do it one-handed, but the key to the whole thing is kind of these channel lock. I think these are 410s or something like that. These are like $15 channel locks. Like Driveway, Harbor Freight kind of cheap crap doesn't seem to work, but if I squeeze the hell out of them, and they got those pretty gnarly teeth, they bite good enough to see. I can turn it around now. And by the way, I had to do this one. I had three of the tacks break off. This is the fourth one. So what you can see over here where I did this one, that there's no real damage to the surface, again, because the MIG wire doesn't stick. So just a little tack, 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 and then you're good to go. Again, try to do it when your heads are not full of diesel fuel and your tailgate's not covered in it, but it works. So we will be back. One more thing to touch on real quick. This is the coolant temp sensor from the side of the head there. The 1998 Camaro LS1 has a 3-wire. You can see hopefully the 2 prongs in there. So what you have here is a ground and 1 wire to the ECM. The 98 Camaro has a ground, 1 wire to the ECM, and 1 wire to your electronic gauge. So if you have an electronic gauge, you can use the 98 Camaro water sensor. Some people will drill and tap that hole, or tap that hole. I think my buddy Robert did it, and it worked out for him too. But I just use the 98 Camaro water sensor. They're like 12 bucks. So I will be back when I get these cleaned up. I'm gonna go blast. So there we have it. Quick run through the car wash. My local Coin-Op car wash has heated water, so that's oh, you can't see in there, but they're pretty clean now. They're clean enough to handle. And like I say, when I say, you know, keep it simple, keep it basic, I don't mean like literally don't do anything or roll them in the dirt. I just mean you don't need to take these in the machine shop and have them tank for 30 bucks. It's not necessary. You know, a little diesel fuel and a little car wash. I'm into this for 6 bucks. And they're pretty clean. And I can handle them now without, you know, needing gloves, without it being a toxic event. I can check pretty carefully visually to see if they're, you know, got any cracks or anything like that. Got my bolts out. So these are going to be ready to go on the LQ4 and bump the compression up to 10.5 to 1. And we'll see what that gets us. The only other mod I have to make is I have to swap my springs from my 243s, my Pac 1218s, for my Sloppy Stage 2 cam. But otherwise they're ready to go on. As soon as I get those other heads off, I'll pop these on and we'll get to building for the year. So until next time, thanks for watching. I believe you guys will probably see this video. It's Saturday right now. I have to go to a baby shower for my nephew tomorrow. But so you guys will probably see this Thursday, and by Thursday it'll be warmer again. It went back down to like 30, so by Thursday it'll be warmer and I'll be back to actually wrenching out here. So thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about this new Back to Basics build. It's not going to be the fastest thing in the world, but I think it'll be fast enough. And, you know, 350, 400 tire, that's enough to, you know, get people's attention, I think. So, till next time, this is JR. We'll see you.